Hey there team, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to some more Xenonauts. So, where were we? Well, honestly, we're sort of just marking time. We've managed to go through half of our initial budget, right? We had $1.5 million, and we're down to 750 odd. And then if you have a look at our maintenance, and it's a monthly cost. Monthly cost? Wait, that doesn't make sense. Hang on. Interceptors. Oh, right. I thought this might be annual. Monthly maintenance. Structures, personnel. Oh, no. Yeah, that must be it. Monthly maintenance. However, is there a strategic command? Build map. Build new base. We could build a new base anytime we want, but I don't necessarily... Like, that's tempting. Question mark. Where is my... I don't think it explicitly lists my income from world powers. Oh, no, here you go. Mouse over it. Region relations, average. Funding level, predicted change. Casualties, 0. Indochina, predicted change. Okay, so there you go. Look, so because I'm not looking after these regions... and there's some deaths, it's dropping the amount. Interesting. No casualties in Australasia. Let's bloody disco. Pretty happy with that. Yeah, okay, so I guess maybe it'll be at the end of the month. We're coming up on the end of September. Oh, I need to remember as well. Let's do some light reading at the beginning of each thing. Because this diary is getting a bit out of control. Maybe we open and close with a journal entry to make sure that we're all up to speed. Here, this is what I wanted to read. The Iceland incident. The 1958 Iceland incident was our first contact with extraterrestrial life. An alien craft entered our... Now, that was... What did I say? 58? And we're in 79, so 20 years. Oh, okay. An alien craft entered our atmosphere above the Atlantic in what we now believe was a scouting mission. It was detected and intercepted by NATO jets operating under the assumption that it was an experimental Soviet craft. Visual sighting of the UFO rapidly dispelled that myth. The craft was far larger than its radar signature suggested, more akin to an airborne warship than an aircraft. Attempts to communicate elicited a barrage of energy weapon fire that disintegrated half the squadron and left the remaining jets limping back to base with severe damage. Several subsequent attempts were made by NATO fighter squadrons to intercept the alien vessel, costing them a number of aircraft but inflicting no appreciable damage on the target. When the UFO abruptly changed course and began heading for the eastern coast of the United States, the decision was made to deploy nuclear weapons. 20 minutes later, half a dozen nuclear-tipped ICBMs ignited the sky above an uninhabited part of Iceland. Astonishingly, the UFO survived the blast, but it did crash land almost intact shortly afterwards. At this point, the NATO forces made the decision to inform their Soviet counterparts about the alien vessel and seek their assistance in securing the vessel and the technology within. This decision was seemingly motivated more by self-preservation rather than altruism. The Soviets were furious at the large, unexplained nuclear detonations and were apparently close to launching missiles of their own. Okay, this all makes a lot of sense. It's well written. A joint operation was launched to capture the alien craft, but numerous extraterrestrials had survived the crash and put up stiff resistance. Human forces took significant losses during the operation, but slowly secured the area around the craft. What happened next is uncertain. All we know is that the alien craft was destroyed in an enormous explosion, almost certainly caused by the craft's power source. This explosion annihilated the UFO itself and wiped out all ground forces within a 10-mile radius. The only survivors were those at the distant command post. There was nothing left. The UFO was gone, and only a handful of those who had sighted an extraterrestrial were left alive. The aftermath of the incident involved a large-scale cover-up. The official explanation was that of a Soviet invasion of Iceland thwarted by nuclear weapons, with heavy losses on both sides. But behind closed doors, the two superpowers were collaborating. A joint black ops organization was formed, drawing from the resources of both. Unofficially dubbed the Xenonauts, It was tasked with defending the planet against alien invasion. The absence of an obvious alien threat has made us look rather irrelevant for the past 20 years, Commander, but we had little doubt we would be needed someday, and it seems that day has come. Free novella Xenonauts Crimson Dagger tells the story of the Iceland incident and is included with the game under extras. Oh wow, that's kind of cool. Maybe we have a bloody story time with Scarlet episode. I don't know. That's cool. That's great. That explains why the Xenonauts exist, which is cool. That's not really something they do in XCOM, as I recall. Phoenix Point makes a lot of effort to explain the Phoenix Initiative's existence. Okay, cool. Well, let's just tickety-boo, and hopefully we'll get some income. Construction of the garage has been completed. Okay, go to base. Let's build this scout car. Oh, alien alloys? Right, but we don't want to sell them, do we? You only get $250 each. What's $1,000? $1,000 isn't going to make a dent. Vehicles. Hunter scout car. 60 grand. I mean, in the scheme of things, so what? I do wonder if, can we like retire ships? Cannon hardpoint. Sidewinder. So I guess we could put Sidewinders on this, but the Avalanche is what we've got the Foxtrot Desig for. Yeah. Decommission aircraft. There you go. No, if anything, we'd relocate it. You can only send 3 things at a time. I wonder what this empty slot is. I think it might just be because we have the dropship one. Do you know? Oh, look at them. My favourites are becoming sergeants. It's very good. It's very good. Okay. Let's go. What are we at? 25th of September. Okay, so the days actually take a little bit to tick by. Oh, look at it. Jeez, looks like a Swiss Army knife. Alien plasma rifle. The alien plasma rifle is a 2-handed alien infantry weapon, approximately 30 inches in length and 3 kilograms in weight. It is a vastly more capable combat weapon than the alien plasma pistol, generating a plasma bolt that is significantly more powerful and cohesive than its smaller cousin. Without the space constraints of the plasma pistol, the aliens have mounted a more substantial generation array inside the weapon's barrel. This gives it a similar operational range to most ballistic assault rifles, but far higher damage and armor penetration potential. Oh no, that's no good. We were going to try and engage them at range. Laboratory tests suggest Jackal combat armor may do just enough to allow the wearer to survive a direct hit, but unarmored troops would likely be killed instantly. Jackal armor. Okay. Indeed, we believe this weapon is even a credible threat to our Hunter armored cars. Oh, goodness. It would appear that the versatility of the alien plasma rifle makes it the default armament for alien combatants. It is powerful, light, accurate, and capable of burst fire. In short, vastly superior to anything that we possess. Well, tell me the good news. Alien plasma technology. Let's research that. Analysis of the method used to generate plasma in alien energy weapons. This may lay the foundations for energy weapons of our own. I love sciencey games, you know. All right, let's just tool that down to there. Let's no, we'll put it on poor. Just tick it over to excellent. Oh wow. Okay, I'm just doing them from top to bottom, but alien alloys. I mean, I suppose I could pick a certain thing. I'm not that worried, to be honest. I don't know what any of it does. Okay, cool. Cool. Let's go. Scout car complete. Yeah. Go to vehicle. Look at it. Oh, we've got another empty slot in the garage? Oh. Do you see that? Does the car sit in the garage at all? No. Is it worth maybe we just leave the slot empty? Oh, me pen's on the table. Okay, that's fine. I love it. It's all very clean, all the design. You might not like the art, but it's clean. All right, here we go. Funding Council report. The Council of Funding Regions has evaluated monthly performance. Situation stable. Haven't lost any continents. Alien victory when 5 funding regions lost. Right. So we are motivated to go expansionist. Now, interestingly, it's not just a loss scenario. By protecting Australasia, we've upped our income rate. What can we make of this? The Middle East seems all right. The aliens aren't interested in going in the Middle East. I don't think anyone's died out there. See, now that's interesting. We're only getting 100,000 from Central America, and yet we lost 55. Wow. I wonder if this should inform our expansionist. Losing 119,000 from Southern Africa. Yuck. But then again, we've got these big contributors, North America and Soviet Union. Okay, cool. So sort of, it's listed from top to bottom contributors. $2.5 million granted, and then we've lost 900,000 in maintenance. Okay, cool. Cool. All right, well, that informs a lot of things. I suppose ultimately what really matters is when you mouse over them, it says relationships, good, average, poor. Soviet Union's not very happy with us. Poor, poor, poor. Okay, cool. So we might tactically place... Yeah, okay, cool. Well, maybe we build another base because we've got $2.5 million. It might be sensible, actually. If I go build base, I can't see my relationships. So it's tempting to look after the Soviets just because poor and with that much landmass. Middle East, 0 casualties in the Middle East. Well, whoop-dee. Southern and Northern Africa, I might actually get pretty significant coverage over both. Yeah, look at that. That's quite tempting, isn't it? Playing politics, put it right on the border. Let's do it. South Africa. We'll just go with the generic name. So I believe if you go to bases, there it is there. It's going to take a little while to build. Yeah, I think this is probably a sensible way to do it. I don't want to overstretch myself. I don't know what I'm doing. I could be playing this totally wrong, but that's kind of the fun of it, right? All right, Xenopedia, alien alloys. Let's go. Look at this. Anox 2, Anox 1. Oh, wow. Numbers and chains and things. Alien technology is founded on a variety of exotic materials, every one of which possess remarkable properties. We've identified materials with tensile strength and heat resistance an order of magnitude greater than anything previously known. That's crazy. As well as those with more exotic properties such as room temperature superconductivity. Okay. Almost all of them are ultra-advanced ceramics with a chemical structure as alien as the extraterrestrials themselves, though we have yet to encounter any unknown fundamental element in these materials. We have little idea how they generate the extraordinary powers or how they could be manufactured. It is the difference between coal and diamond, fundamentally the same stuff, but radically different in practice. Yeah, okay, cool. Given their exceptional heat resistance, the most obvious military application of these alloys would be in personal battlefield armor. Unfortunately, they are so effective at dissipating heat that nothing in our laboratory can generate enough to melt them, making fabrication of a plate of armor or anything else little more than a pipe dream. Though still effectively useless, we are harvesting these alloys from recovered artifacts where possible. The aliens must have the means to shape these materials, so further studies of their technology may allow us to do the same. I love this. This is arguably my favorite part of this. The edge future scenarios, right? I enjoy Stellaris, especially the early Stellaris, the idea of just when you're stepping into space. And, you know, Terra Invicta does this sort of thing very well as well. Right on the edge of the next technological step. Presumably Kerbal 2 is going to do something similar as well, just dipping its toes into future tech. Go to research. New projects available, none. Okay, well, that's fine. Excellent. Excellent. That's all right. That's perfect, in fact. I wonder how we go with... Oh, here we go. So... See how the same project... So it's going to be the same project queue, but I suppose I can allocate scientists from different facilities? So I could potentially have a science base, in a way. That's what it seems like, doesn't it? Okay. Here we go. Alien biology. Oh, look at this. Serious business. Tissue analysis on the remains of different extraterrestrial species has allowed us to compare them with one another in an attempt to find characteristics common to them all. Though we have no definite answers, there are hints as to the origins of the aliens. There are strong similarities in the physiology of all biological alien units encountered so far. 2, right? For example, all are humanoid. Okay, yeah. All also possess both a circulatory system and central nervous system, albeit with some variation in function. This allows for the possibility of a common planetary origin. The huge variety of life on our own planet clearly illustrates that an array of vastly different creatures can evolve simultaneously on a single planet. Okay, yeah, that's not a bridge too far at all. This was our initial assumption, largely due to the shared habitat inside of the aliens' UFOs. An atmosphere containing perhaps 5 to 6% oxygen rather than the 21% of ours. The aliens respire via oxygen in much the same manner as humans do, using a common vector to distribute around the body, a semi-synthetic protein that mimics the role of human hemoglobin, but much more effectively, and giving alien blood a distinctive purple tint. Okay. However, the fundamental organic chemistry is so dramatically different between alien species that a common origin cannot be possible. The reasons these species can share a common habitat is not in evolution, but rather extensive genetic engineering. This oxygen-carrying protein bears no resemblance to any other part of any of the corpses studied. In other words, it appears an external force has engineered these creatures to be capable of breathing the same air that they do. That's so cool. The identity of this external force and the reasoning behind the decision remains obscure, at least for now. In the meantime, we are turning this research to practical use. My team have constructed holding tanks in the laboratories, which can be used to confine captured alien units in a low oxygen environment. If exposed to our atmosphere for long enough, alien units will eventually succumb to oxygen toxicity. Again, that makes sense, allowing us to study them more closely. That's so great! It makes sense. Stun weapons. Go to research. Development of non-lethal weapons that can incapacitate enemies for interrogation. Sure, right? We're talking about containment tanks. A stun weapon makes the most sense. Let's tick that down to 1. Let's peel that back to just excellent. Oh, that's about to tick over. All right, just to good. Good. There we go, let's do that. All right, well, we're still waiting for our other base to build. Jackal combat armor. Look, I told you it would almost immediately be done. Oh, look at him. He's got a little Star Wars helmet. He looks less like a Dr. Evil trooper. Oh, he's got knee pads as well? Cool. The Jackal combat armor offers our soldiers extra battlefield protection at the cost of increased weight. It is not the ideal equipment for every situation, but in many cases, the extra survivability could be the difference between life and death. Laboratory tests on captured alien plasma weapons have confirmed that traditional body armor is essentially worthless against enemy energy projectiles, having been designed to resist ballistic impact rather than heat damage. Sure, right, yeah, because the ballistic component in these guns is minimal. It's a ball of plasma. It's about heat damage. However, testing a modified combat vest with heat-resistant rather than impact-resistant ceramic plates showed impressive results. The ceramics were able to dissipate enough of the heat to give the wearer a reasonable chance of survival, though they are still likely to suffer injuries in the process. While it provides an obvious boost to survivability, this armor is heavy and will limit other equipment such as ammunition or secondary weapons a soldier can carry into battle. Armor also degrades rapidly under fire and will not withstand repeated hits, nor provide the wearer guaranteed protection. It hardly matters what armor a soldier is wearing if he is shot in the face. Nevertheless, it is still better than nothing and can be constructed in the workshop. Okay. Go to the research screen. Let's... Can't get that to excellent. Well, alien plasma technology is draining my resources. We're really into higher end tech there. Okay, so Jackal armor. Commence project. 2 days. Now, is it going to dock me every time I press this button? Probably. Let's, well, we can carry 8 dudes. Let's call it 10 and be done with it. You know what I mean? Cool. Well, I guess we'll wait for the prototype. Jackal armor. No, I figured that out. Thank you, game. Alright, UFO detected. Small, no escort. It's traveling at 2,000 kilometers an hour. That's fast. That's even faster than anything that we've seen before. And in Bangkok. Intercept. Do we send all 3? I don't know if they're going to need the Foxtrot, to be honest. And I wouldn't mind having a Condor escort. You know what? We're just going to send 1. I think that can do it. Look at that speed. 1% victory? Hang on. Disengage. There's this maincraft scout. Let's send the other 2. While he falls back. Yeah, see how far it flew all the way. It went in fast forward, but it flew all the way around there. Like catching up to it was a whole thing. Oh, what's this? Is that the same one? No, that's a different one. Well, but I don't think I can deal with that. This one's going at 2,000 at an altitude of 1,600. 16,000. Sorry, what's the altitude at this? 16,100. It's the same thing. So we have a problem here. I can't intercept that with a single Condor. It's so fast. Oh, here we go. My fuel is getting so low. UFO has escaped to space. Alright, so what is our takeaway from that? Because presumably, when you fly like that, we're slowed by the Foxtrot. Top speed, 2,700 kilometers an hour. Oh no, the Foxtrot's much faster. Yeah, 1650, it wouldn't be able to catch it. So what's our takeaway there? What do we do here? Well, we're about to have the new base built. I don't really want to... This is cool. Difficult decisions to be made. We're going to sit tight for the moment. I don't want to build a new hangar. I might move one of the Condors to the new base and then build a Foxtrot here. Construction of the command center has been done in South Africa. Okay, so first things first, hangar. We're going to need to start intercepting. And I think at the least one of each vehicle for the moment, you know. Do we build the next scale radar? Well, we don't even have the capacity at the moment. Do I go? I mean, they're all building in tandem, right? Oh, it has to adjoin the thing. Oh, so I can't build there. Okay, so because I'd want a third hangar for another drop ship, you know? Living quarters. We need living quarters. So we could put Marines in there, right? Workshop, none of that matters. Laboratory, no. Does the storeroom... Would we need a storeroom here? Nothing in the stores at this base you need to worry about. Oh, look at that. Maybe I will need a storeroom. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, okay. A bit to think about. I think we're going to actually build a third hangar, right? One of each vehicle, basically, and then this will give us dudes, and that'll do for the moment. Yeah, that'll do for the moment. Look at this thing, alien plasma technology. Big old corkscrew looking thingo. Studying the innards of the alien plasma pistol and plasma rifle has given us the basic understanding of the science behind extraterrestrial directed energy weapons. We remain some distance from replicating plasma-based weapons ourselves, even in a laboratory setting. But our work raises the tantalizing possibility of battlefield laser weapons. We might need to expand our lab as well. A brief explanation of the generation of a plasma bolt is as follows. Oh, here we go. Firstly, the weapon draws power from an alenium cell, okay, that's an elegant name for it, and uses it to fuel a power array of particle accelerators. Secondly, these accelerators superheat a large number of atoms into a state of ionized gas within the heat-proofed chamber of the weapon. Thirdly, two helical spirals of electromagnets, not magnetics, in the barrel of the weapon pulse simultaneously, drawing plasma from the chamber and spinning it into a bolt while accelerating it to muzzle velocity. Finally, a graviton emitter, whatever that is, in the muzzle of the weapon launches a graviton particle into the plasma bolt as it exits the barrel. This graviton particle is incredibly important. In laboratory conditions, it has been observed to possess a strong gravitational pull that prevents the bolt from dissipating into a useless cloud of hot gas. The science behind this process is unclear. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. This is the first time we've observed a graviton, but it probably explains the large difference in range between the alien plasma pistol and plasma rifle. Sadly, we have no idea how to replicate this gravitational field ourselves, and without access to an effective anti-gravity emitter, the useful range of our most powerful lab-based plasma generator is only a few inches. One would hope that study of the more advanced alien weapons may shed more light on the process. I love this. This is research done right in a game. In the meantime, our efforts would be better focused on the development of battlefield laser technology. We have learned enough from studying the power distribution and cooling systems of the alien weapons that I believe I can replicate them in our own designs. Battlefield laser technology. Oh. Making building man-portable laser weapons from this new alien material a theoretical possibility. Right, so we're not there for plasma. But laser. We learned enough from studying power distribution and cooling systems. Right. So we're taking components of what we've learnt along the way to build our own weapon, lasers, from that tech. Yeah, let's go. Laser weaponry. Commence project. Stun weapons. And I think a lab might be in order, right? Workshop capacity used. What does that mean? 10 out of 15 for the workshop. Oh, as in I could probably have more engineers? Is that what you're saying? Oh, absolutely. Okay, we'll hire them. This is great, this little stat sheet. Hangar, garage, capacity used, 1 out of 3. So we can hold 3 things in the garage. Research capacity used. That's for our labs. Personnel capacity used. 43 out of 70. Okay, so let's hire 5 more scientists. And I might hire 2 troopers. Yeah, 48. I mean, they're all kind of equivalent, aren't they? I'm not really looking for anything in particular. How are they ordered? Is it... I think it's just in order of who rocks up. Artem Zatsev. Who's this down the bottom? Adrian Patterson. So if I go hire selected... Yeah, okay, it just walks the list up. That's fine. We're just going to hire from the top. We'll let merit work the rest out. Okay. I think I'm happy with that. Look at all these UFO sightings. Construction of hangar. Oh yeah, here we go. Go to the base. All right, cool. Okay. All right, well, I'm losing track of time. Can I save here? Yeah, very good. Oh, my goodness me. What a blast. Hope you're having fun. I am too. Well, I am. It's very text heavy, right? By the time these episodes go out, you know, you guys will be giving me feedback then. And if anything, this would help shape the Xenonauts 2 playthrough when that eventuates next month or whatever. Okay, team, I'll just leave it there for the time being and I'll catch you guys on the next one.